Remember that show, Jupiter's Legacy? Terrible Netflix show? This is a spin-off, but it's good. Hello, welcome to Just My Thoughts. I'm your host, Khaleel Ward. On this episode, I'll be talking about Super Crooks. It's a Netflix show. It's animated, and it is a spin-off of Jupiter's Legacy, who decided to do live action. Don't know why. They mention Jupiter's Legacy in this particular show in the first episode, and you see Utopian, the hero from Jupiter's Legacy in the show. I don't know why they decided to go animated with this and live action with that. Still doesn't make sense because this one is entertaining. It's called Super Crooks. So you're following bad guys. Jupiter's Legacy, you was following the good guys, essentially. But this one, you follow this kid named Johnny. And for those who don't know, you get your powers at a certain age in this particular world. He gets electric powers. He can control electricity and stuff like that. And he wants to be a hero. That's all he wants to do. His name is Electro Boy. Like, he wants to save the day. But in school, he got picked on a lot or whatever. So him and his friends came up with this plan, which was not very smart, to display his powers. And then everybody would be like, oh my God, Electro Boy is so cool. Accidents happen. And he ended up killing a lot of people. And then he was like, I'm going to just be a villain. Forget that. Fast forward, he's an adult now. He's coming out of like this supermax prison where they keep all these, super powered villains and stuff like that. And he's like, I'm going straight. I'm going to be a good guy. He has this girl, Casey, back at home. And he has terrible friends. His friends are just horrible influences. And he goes and tries to rob some places again, gets in trouble. And then he's like, I'm going straight again, babe. I'm going straight. And then they get another job. The villains in this particular this particular show, they kind of suck. They're like low-level crooks. And they don't do anything really well. Their powers are okay. Again, Johnny controls the electricity. Casey has a cool power. She can make people hallucinate and see different things. And they join this team, which are called the Super Crooks. And it's run by this old guy who used to be a crook, but he doesn't really have a superpower. And he wants to bring all these people together and do this job, for this particular client that's supposed to pay them a lot of money. Some of the powers include this guy named Ghost. He can phase through things. You have a guy named Forecast who can control the weather. You have these brothers who limbs grow back. So no matter what happens to them, they just grow back. And they go to do this job. And everything goes wrong again. It's just so funny watching them fail all the time. Because they don't want to kill anybody. They're not those type of villains where we want to destroy and, make people suffer. They're just trying to get money, essentially. And it's just always going wrong. It's always something going wrong. They keep running into this particular hero. I can't even think of his name right now. But he has like over 200 powers. He has like this deck of cards and he doesn't know what power he's going to use in any particular moment. It's crazy. So like he can just beat anybody because he might pull a card out and he might get laser eyes. He might pull a card out. He has fireballs. He might pull a card out. Now there's 5 different versions of him. It's weird. And they just, every time they do something, every time Johnny's involved, they end up running into him. And it's funny, but it's strange that's the bad luck that these crooks have. And it's cool seeing like Johnny changes in the 13 episodes. He changes so much. You see him as a little boy. You see him as a grown man, claiming to be ready to do the right thing. You see him questioning if he wants to do this next big job. You see him get in trouble again with Casey and going to prison. And then you see like this redemption story that he has of another master plan that he wants to do with these same crooks that failed before. But it's like they understand each other. They have this brotherhood of being low-level crooks and villains and just trying to get some money to do something different in their lives. It's a pretty cool show. It stumbles a little bit in the middle, when they're trying to, set up what's next for them. it does stumble a little bit. Sometimes the episodes are named after certain characters and you don't really spend that much time with that particular character. You might get like a little 5 to 7 minutes with that character to see what they're about. You get a little backstory on them and something like that. So that's a little misleading sometimes. But I enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed the brothers always arguing with each other, always want to fight each other, and just their ability to grow back and keep fighting all the time. Ghost is kind of a douchebag to Johnny. They bicker back and forth with each other. Like the old animes and stuff when two characters, they go head to head and all that friction comes out. That's what they essentially do. Then you have Casey, who has this powerful ability, and she doesn't always want to use it. She doesn't want to rely on her ability all the time. If the job doesn't seem like it's going to work, she's quick to like walk away and step away, and she's trying to be that moral conscious, for Johnny. She wants Johnny to do the right things and not just say it, but she wants him to be present and stuff like that. So it's like cool seeing their relationship work out too. And Johnny is trying to change for the better. He's trying to do stuff for her. So it's cool seeing these super crooks come together. They're not very good at what they do. They talk a lot of junk. They have fun with each other, and it's a cool show. It's a cool Netflix show. So check it out. It's 13 episodes. They're like 25 minutes each. You can blow through it. But again, spin off to Jupiter's Legacy. You see some characters from that show in this particular show. But I had a good time. I hope they do another season because these characters are pretty fun. Super Crooks on Netflix. Let me know what you thought about it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Deuces.